Okay, so I'll keep this short. Now that we have some code, some repo up on GitHub that actually has contents, it's not empty anymore. Even if the contents absolutely suck, they're garbage, like this repo, I want to walk through what we're actually looking at. So, of course, we see the files, the actual contents here, right? We've got chapter 1. We can look at that and inspect and read, sure. We can also switch branches. So we only have 2 right now. Empty, which was that branch I made where almost everything was deleted, and then master. Notice if I go back to empty, it tells us, this branch has 1 commit that master does not have, but it also is missing 1 commit that master has. We can see here, the most recent push to this branch happened 4 minutes ago. And we can also, if we go back to master, it doesn't really matter, we can see the commits listed here, the most recent commit that affected each one of these files. So when I made chapter 4, that text file, that was part of the commit begin chapter 4. When I added headings to files, you can see that's the most recent change to this and this one, and the outline. If you recall, a while ago, I added those headings in. Anyway, if I want to see all the commits, I can click here where it says 13 commits, and I can see just a visual representation of each commit. So here's where I began. Yeah, if you have multiple pages, like lots and lots of commits, you can go between pages, but this is my most recent commit. If I click, what do we see? Well, I just started with these 2 files, outline.txt and characters.txt. If I look at a different commit, how about what did I do? How about removed extra blank lines in chapter 2? If I scroll down, you'll see highlighted in red, those are the 2 lines that were removed, and this is all that was affected, this 1 file. Right? We see some other stuff, like when I renamed Gatsby to Catsby, lots of files impacted. You can see all those impacts here. This line changed, Gatsby became Catsby, and all these other files too. So I can see all those commits on the master branch. The most recent one is begin chapter 4. If I switch to empty, the most recent commit is delete most things, which in the last video you saw I deleted quite a few files. And on each of these commits, I see the commit message, obviously, and then I also see the commit hash. And then for some of them that have much longer commits, like this one, right, I can see the entire commit message. This is when I demonstrated, how to set up VS Code to make a commit message that's much longer. So I can see the whole commit message here, and then I can see the files impacted. And I can leave a comment if I want to. Probably not going to because I'm not collaborating with anyone. But if I want to, I can leave comments here and, revisit them and come back and look at my comments. But this is actually a very important part of discussing changes once you start working with other people. And that's pretty much all we need to cover for now. Eventually, we'll learn about things like pull requests and how to make pull requests, how to compare things. We are not at that point yet. That's going to come up when we talk about workflows. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Switch branches here, that's probably the most hidden thing that sometimes students miss. If you don't see your changes showing up, and if you have multiple branches, make sure you switch to the correct branch to see those changes. Okay,